Hey y'all, welcome to Faith Budgets. In today's video, I'll be doing our budget with me for the second paycheck in March. We get paid on March the 14th. I'll be using the Paycheck budget worksheet that I made on Canva, and it's free in the description if you want to try it out for your budget. And if that's something you want to watch today, please just continue watching. Okay, so today we'll just do our budget with me for my paycheck that I'll get on March the 14th, and that'll cover the time frame from March 14th through March the 21st, and we'll get another check on the 22nd. So we get paid weekly. It's my husband and I. My name's Holly, and we both get paid bi-weekly, but we're on the opposite payroll, so we end up getting paid once a week. So we'll get 4 checks per month, but on Magic Months, we'll get 5 checks. And I work full-time. I'm a medical coder, getting lots of overtime right now. And my husband is in utility services, and he's getting some overtime. And whatever chances we can, we are getting overtime if we have the opportunity to do that. And we have 3 kids. I'm 45, my husband's 47. I have 2 sons. I have 2 older sons. My husband has a daughter, and my oldest son is 21. He's in college, so he doesn't live here at the home with us. My younger son is 17. He's a senior in high school, and my stepdaughter is a junior in high school. So we have lots of teen things going on right now. As you can imagine, very, very costly car insurance at this time. So once they get a little bit older, I heard that it goes down, but that is something that's really spiked up for us, the last few years for the teen driving. And planning of graduations and weddings and things like that's going on too. So, but in this paycheck, I'll go over the income, our fixed expenses, variable expenses, and then also sinking funds and savings. And then if I have any for extra debt, I'll put that there as well. Let's just get started in here. Then I'll have the cash breakdown sheet. So let's just see what we have here. For the date, it will be 3/14 is when we get paid. I don't know. Can you guys see? I probably need to zoom you in because it's kind of far away. Let's see if that helps any. So here we go. This will be our paycheck number 2 for March. And I looked on my online portal that I can check on my computer for our payroll. It comes out the day before we get paid. So it's $3,259.16. But I won't use the 16 cents, but I still like to put that there. So we'll roll this down. This is our total income for this week. That's all we have. So we'll just budget $3,259. And then automatically I have $100 taken out put into my Ally savings account. I put that in my SUV bucket. I'm saving for a newer to me SUV. And then we have a cushion. I always do a $25 cushion per check, to leave that in the checking if we need it for anything that's maybe a bill that's over, or unplanned expense like a online purchase of something. I'll have just an extra $25 in there per week, and I just roll that over. I leave it in there every week and let my checking account build up some, because I never get my checking account down to 0. I always keep it, have the cushion in there for cases like that, anything that may happen that we don't plan for. Plexus. Oh, can't spell. I'm an ambassador for Plexus. Dietary supplements, probiotics, collagen powder. And my husband takes the caffeinated, the Edge pill for caffeinate. He don't drink coffee. It makes him jittery, so he really likes the Edge pill. It helps. It's more of a natural caffeine. It's not as strong as I guess you would say as coffee. he really likes that, and it helps with mental clarity as well. So he really likes that, and I like the probiotics, the multivitamin, and the collagen. So it's kind of pricey, but, and then I also get I get another vitamin also for my son on that one. State Farm, we pay 2 different bills. This is the first one for my older son. We do pay for his car insurance because he is in college, and he has a home in Knoxville where he lives and where he goes to college, and he pays for everything else. He has scholarships for his tuitions. He purchased the home. He paid for his vehicle. He pays for everything. So this is just our little way of helping out if we can with some of his expenses. So we pay his car insurance and his cell phone bill. So that is $256 a month for his. And then mortgage, I just split that up into the split. I pay it, I split it between 2 checks. Usually my paychecks are a little bit more, so I usually split it with that. And that'll be, I'll put the 4/1 there because it's not due until April 1st. April 1st, and it's $811 is what I'll be keeping in there for this. And then the next paycheck on the 28th, I'll also keep $811 in there for that, and then I'll pay it on the 28th. So that it makes it a little easier to have more for our bills that come due. Everything we can't pay at the first of the month. The rent's due at the 1st, and then the other State Farm bills due at the very end of the month. So we would just be way too bill heavy, for that mortgage to hit coming out of one check. And then internet, $315 is when it's due. $24. Water, $315 is when it's due. A lot of our stuff's due in the middle. All of our utilities seem like they are. Oops. And it was running up a little bit more, about $58. It's kind of around what it's been. A portion of the child support, we pay it in 2 increments from this pay, and then my husband also pays some before his check is deposited into ours. He pays some in another account. Okay, $217 for that part. Electric will be, it was moving on up. It went up $306 is what it was. That's what it's been being. So I think that may have been where we had some cold snaps there, but we don't have a gas heat or anything like that, so ours is all electric. So on those colder nights, it was hard, running the heat constant. So gas, I put gas and Walmart here in my in my fixed expenses, because I use my debit card for these, and we are cashless for these that we track. It is variable, but we've kind of narrowed it down, and we know pretty well what we need. And then if we have any extra, I just leave it in checking, and I may end up doing some extra debt with it, or roll it over for the next time if we need more gas. If we're traveling, for travel ball or something, I'll roll it over and keep it in there for that. I'll just put the payday there. And I usually budget $200 a week for gas and $260 for Walmart. We have older vehicles, and I was just thinking the other day, our vehicles are also have larger motors. Like my husband's truck it drinks the gas. And then I have a Yukon, the Yukon Denali. I don't have the XL. I got the smaller one this last time, but it's in 2008. It's an older one, but the motor's really big, so it takes a lot of gas. And then his car that he drives to work, his commuter car, it's not even a 4-cylinder. It's a 5-cylinder, I guess you would say. It's a Jetta, so need to get us something cheaper on gas. Okay, so we need to add these up then here, because I think that's all for this, for our spending expenses. So let's add up all the fixed expenses that will be coming out of this check. $2,452 is what will be coming out for this paycheck. So I'll put my total here for bills, $2,452, and then we'll subtract that from the income, $3,252 minus $2,452. That leaves us with $807 to work with down here for variable and sinking funds. So, see what we have here. These are always the same categories here in my variable. And the way you get your variable expenses and you narrow it down, it takes the tracking of your expenses is how you narrow down and put everything in categories. I have a categories sheet that I have from the Budget Mom. Let me get my little thing out of here so I can show you guys. I may have showed it in a previous video. I have all my videos are in playlists, and this was probably maybe the first one where I set up my binder. But this is the budget category organizer from the Budget Mom, and this lets you, after you've done your tracking of your expenses and you narrow it down and put things in different categories and track your spending to see how much you spend in each category. But this will give you the idea of where to put things and be consistent with that, and always know that this is going to go under this category, this will go under this one, and you'll it becomes easier as you get, and I color code it, and I did the highlighter method on my spending tracker. So yeah, I just want to share that. Okay, so where were we? Variable expenses will be the same every paycheck. So we have food, church, me, hubby, self-care, fun, miscellaneous, kids, dogs, and meds. And food we do 50, church 45, me 40, hubby 150, and he'll probably put some in his savings sinking fund binder envelope. Self-care is 30, fun is 20, miscellaneous 20, kids 30, dogs 20, meds 25. So let's see what we have here for this. $430. So let's take 807 minus 430. And that leaves us with 377 to work with here for our sinking funds. So always write that there. And this was different for each paycheck, just depending on what I had mapped out for the month. And this is what I used to map out my sinking funds. I use the monthly funding plan from the Simple Budget, and it just helps me to take out what I want to take from each paycheck to get my monthly amount for my sinking funds. And if I have to move some things around, I do that, but this helps me keep track of that. So the totals here at the top is what I have left. You know, this is what I would have left here to work with. So I just map it out like that. So this paycheck will be doing sinking funds for emergency. We're just going to do 5. I'm not really, we have emergency fund. We have, I think about $2,300, maybe $2,200. And I'm just saving a little bit along the way because I think we do need a little bit more in our emergency fund, and I'm also doing a month ahead now. But I'm also trying to pay off debt and save for these other sinking funds. So I'm not going crazy on emergency fund right now, but I don't want to just forget about it. So $5 paycheck. I'm trying to do like $20 a month for right now. So it's better than nothing. UT tickets, 35. Graduations, 40. Home maintenance, be getting just 10 this time. And then I'm going to do weddings. My oldest was plans to ask his girlfriend to marry him, so we will be planning a wedding. And I want to contribute to that if I can. It'll probably be a couple years, but still, I mean, I know they'll probably be engaged at least a year, so I need to be saving. I think I have $200 in there now. Sam's $25, and then memberships. Getting 30 this time. Car maintenance. I'm hungry. My belly's growling, so if y'all hear it, I'm sorry. I'm hungry. 25 for car maintenance. And then senior year and prom. 40. Birthdays and gifts. That's for all birthdays in the family, and then other gifts too, like for weddings or baby showers or just any gifts, of family and friends. Like funerals, we give for people that may need help with funeral expenses or to send flowers. And then we have Christmas. My holiday binder, that's the only one I'm going to stuff for the holiday binder, 100. Because last week's check was a little bit less, so I had to move my Christmas over to this check, so it made it a little heavy for that. Month ahead, just doing 35. Okay, so let's add this up. Okay, yep, 375. So that leaves me with, 375, and that leaves, from 377 leaves $2. So we'll just leave that in there. And then if I have anything extra that comes up as far as bills being less, I can do some extra debt towards the Honda side-by-side. So right now, okay, let's do our total income. I just like to do this to help me zero out my budget, make it a zero-based budget. So income was $3,259. Okay, so we'll add our total expenses together. That'll be our fixed expenses and our variable expenses added. So we will add 2,452 plus 430. That's 2,882 for our expenses. And then our total for sinking funds is 375. And I didn't have anything for debt this time, so nothing there. We'll do, so let's subtract all this from our income. 3,259 minus 2,882 minus 375. Okay, it leaves with $2. So we'll leave that in checking. Okay, so we're done with the budget worksheet for this paycheck. Now we'll do the cash breakdown. I already wrote down the categories just to save a little time, and the amount. So I do need to calculate which denominations that I would like to have that when I take this to the teller. And then let's add this up too though. I need to add this up. Okay, 805. So 805 is our total for our cash that will be taken out of the bank. Let me do the cash breakdown for the denominations real quick here and see what I would like to have for each one. I don't want to have just 20s or 100s, so I do have different ones taken out. I may zoom through this real quick. Okay, so now I have the cash breakdown for to take to the bank, teller slip, to take to the bank to get our cash out. And we'll have our money to do our cash stuffing for our second paycheck in March. So I think that's all for today's video. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any comments, any questions, just let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to let you know. I hope everybody has a good weekend and happy budgeting and many blessings to you all. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.